my mother, at that time, she used to raise a garden in the summertime, and she would take peas and corn and dry them. Cut them off, cut the corn off the cob and dry it. And she raised beans, and we'd flash the beans out and save them, have them, and she raised cabbage, and she took a 20-gallon barrel and filled it full of ashes. And when the chickens laid eggs, as soon as they laid the eggs, she'd go and check 2 and 3 times a day. And as soon as the eggs were, she found an egg, she'd take it in and put it down in these ashes. And the eggs would keep for about 3 months. So we had eggs. But green vegetables we just didn't have, only just during the season that they were on. And she would go down along the creek and pick choke cherries and currants and sarvice berries, and she'd put them up and make jam. And then my dad would buy a 5-gallon can of honey in the fall, so we'd have that for the winter. And then naturally he'd kill a pig and a sheep and a cow for our meat for the winter. But well, he'd take a can of cream down and sell it, and out of the can of cream for a week he'd get $7 for that can of cream. And then he'd buy sugar and what few necessities like that. When I was little, why, there just wasn't that much either. But that was, the depression, real depression didn't hit until 29. I was 12 years old then.
Like when the stock market fell, did your parents have to break the news to you that the economy was like really messed up and so you had to cut back on a lot of stuff, or did you already basically have it figured out?
Well, we knew what was going on, and we didn't have any problems. My dad used to give us pennies occasionally, and I'd save all my. I had a bunch of pennies in a bank that was made out of a tobacco can, the small tobacco cans, and he ran out of tobacco, and he wanted some money, and I said, "Take my pennies." I said, "You can have them." I said, "To buy your tobacco with." And so he took my pennies and bought his tobacco with it so he'd have smoking.
Okay, since you didn't like have a radio or anything, how were you able to get your news?
We didn't have any news other than it just came by mouth. Well, until we moved down here when I was 12. Up in Idaho, we didn't have anything for news. There was no radios or anything up there at that time. And all we had was kerosene lamps, and we carried our water to use. We had rain barrels out and under the tin roof cabin that we lived in to catch water for washing. And Mother had an old hand washer that she done the washing in. And after we moved out here, down here, up the mouth of Little Cottonwood Canyon, why, I did the washing on the scrub board because we didn't have a washer. So up until, I got married, why, we had pretty rough times of it. We'd have 2 dresses. That's all we had for the school year. We had to wear 2 dresses all year long, and 1 pair of shoes. And Mother knitted our socks, and we had flour sack underpanties and slips made out of flour sacks.
When someone new came to the town, or a friend that had been out of town had to come in, was it like a big occasion to find out what was happening outside the area?
Oh yeah,